unusual in school history, but you persevered and represented our school well this year, despite some tough times for you and your family. We look forward to hearing wonderful things about your future, and I think we all know what a wonderful and amazing person Andrew is. Let's give Andrew a big hand. It is my privilege to introduce our board members, Eric Swanson, Cody Gregg, Marcy Kittinger, Maria Gomez, and Mark Dundon. Our superintendent, David Olney, his cabinet, Joby Yankaskis, Karen Kelly Pelias, Dr. George Landon, Robert McCullum, and Chief Hinojos. Let's give them all a big hand. A big thank you to our teachers, our counselors, our support staff, our school police, our firefighters, our doctors, our nurses, and our military. You're all heroes. Let's give them all a big hand. And finally, graduates, you can turn around and look at them. Thank those who helped you get here, your family and friends. Give them a big hand. Now, I would be remiss if I did not thank my wife, First Lady Sultan Julie Bird. Thank you, Julie, for supporting me, Sultana, and being the kindergarten teacher of some of our students. Let's give Julie a big hand. And now, officially, welcome to the 25th graduation ceremony of Sultana High School. Congratulations to you, class of 2021. To share with the class of 2021 from your first day on campus as freshmen to today's graduation. You have distinguished yourself as an award-winning class. In fact, despite the pandemic, U.S. News and World Report just chose you as one of the 2021 top high schools. The Daily Press shows you in 2018, 19, and 20 as one of the best high schools in the Valley. That I won't forget, and Andrew mentioned them, those selfies with you. Now I have to admit that Abby and Cassie probably got the best start. It was in 8th grade, great orientation. They got their first selfie. And they're probably both right up there with the most selfies ever. I thoroughly enjoyed your spunky attitudes and willingness to make your school better, and I wish you the very best. What a joy it was to give most of you fist bumps and high fives during passing periods and at lunch. So great to see you come back on campus on April 5th. It was great with Riley and Anthony and Sydney and Preston and Sienna, Justice, Araya Smith, Isaiah Silverson, the Ray twins, the Kern twins, the Harley twins, Ilea, Sierra, Dion, Rachel, Nathan, Alexis, Tayshawn, and Emily, and all of you. What a blessing it was to be your principal and to be on campus with you each day. Abigail, wherever you are, thanks for your great attitude and constant smile and a genuine belief in others. Thank heavens we were able to come back these last 2 months. I know it was in hybrid, but it was great to be able to see you interact and be inside and outside class. It was great to see you at the senior celebration. It brought tears to our eyes. But we will not forget March 13th, 2020. Life seemed normal. Then it all changed. This past year brought devastation, tragedy, and sadness unlike any other in our lifetimes. We know how hard it has been on our family and friends. It seems like everyone has been affected in some way. We extend our compassion and love to our families. We know this has been a tough time. Sometimes the hole looked to be getting deeper and deeper with no way out. It would be understandable to lose hope. Understandable, but not true. Your graduation today proves we are moving in a positive direction. You are rising out of the ashes of this difficult time. You know, over 25 years ago, there was a legend. A legend was born of a mythical bird known as a phoenix that could live for 500 years. At the end of its life, it would regenerate itself by laying down on wood, bursting into flames, and being consumed by fire. The phoenix would emerge, renewed and recreated from the ashes to become even more beautiful. Now, we're not going to be around for 500 years. But we are having a unique opportunity to improve our world as we go forward. Just like the phoenix emerges from its ashes, so too can we overcome our devastation and loss. We need to look no further than our own sultans. 13 valedictorians have shown the past 4 years that nothing can stop them. Congratulations to you, our valedictorians. popular, well-known, respected teacher is tough, but Viviana more than held her own. She was a cheerleader on the golf team, senior class president, Spanish Honors Academy, Safe Schools ambassador, and active in her church. But her performance in the classroom was nothing short of breathtaking. 17 college classes. She will be a university junior next year. Despite needing 220 credits to graduate, she had 381.26 credits. Mr. Viviana says she is a champion of collaboration, and she approaches every situation with grace and humility. She plans to earn her nursing degree to assist the elderly. Thank you, Viviana, for being a great example. Now, other students have risen as well. Ethan and Addison Aginiga, our brother and sister. I think you know that. When they were in 8th grade, I met them at a softball game, and I was told they were coming to Sultana to do big things. That was an understatement. Ethan and Addie not only have been amazing in sports, but also in the classroom, in leadership, and on the campus. Following the great example of their brother Derek, they have distinguished themselves as well. We look forward to following their careers as they go forward. No one benefited from our coming back to school more than Gavin Wiedemann. He was struggling. He found his calling and passion with construction tech and dual enrollment class. He immersed himself in the projects and even became the project lead on a competition. The team finished third, and his hard work did not go unnoticed. He was chosen as the CTE Student of the Year, leading his team to multiple awards at the state competitions. He did all of this while running cross-country in April and playing golf in May. Gavin is an example of a phoenix rising from the ashes of awful circumstances. For Christian Cook, it has not been easy either. But over the past 3 semesters, he's completely turned things around. He thrived in distance learning, earning A's and B's for the last 3 semesters. This year he completed a double block of auto and construction. He was one of the nicest students, strong in character and perseverance. Despite the many curves that life has brought him, Christian is rising out of the ashes. Way to go, Christian. Marjorie Caballo has been an amazing peer tutor to our ELD students. It is one thing to be an outstanding student like she is, but it's another to be amazing to help others be fantastic too. She earned great grades, helped students to be successful in her classes, and volunteered in many community causes. A giver over and over again. Thank you, Marjorie. Kaylee Cohen maintained a 4.0 GPA despite going through difficult life circumstances, which made distance and hybrid learning and sports she loved nearly impossible. But she did it and served as a volunteer at Desert Valley Hospital. She was accepted to Cal State Fullerton to become a doctor, another rising soldier. Those of you that earn the department medallions, they're given to you by teachers, coaches, and leaders to distinguish you as the best of the very best. We want to congratulate you as well. Honors Academy. Our seniors were committed to continuing their service hours even during the pandemic. There are over 50 seniors who have the seal of biliteracy. A wonderful example of a student who worked hard and gave her all was Dana Gomez Gonzalez. Thank you, Dana. Thank you for being such a wonderful student, and thank you to all of our Honors Academy students. You are amazing. Our ASB students are all servant leaders. You led our school and work together to keep our students engaged from a distance with digital spirit weeks, student outreach, and various senior activities. It would be easy to forget that, but you distinguish yourself. So thank you, Andrew, and David, and Viviana, and Yehedi, and Addie, and Deanna, and Abigail, Bryson, Anthony, Abby, Carly, Zeller, Sienna, Amy, and Anissa. Thank you for all you did. In CSF and NHF, it's been a year of turmoil, but our honor students maintain their high GPAs and continue to pursue academic excellence. People like our officers, Maya Ramirez, J.D. Rodriguez, Lynette Martinez, and Vivian Armendariz have led our club tremendously. Other seniors, Aurora, Anthony, Abby, Amy, Deanna, Peyton, Nissa, Gavin, Dominic, Alvaro, Ernesto, and Andrew, all are a tribute to Sultana. Safe School Ambassadors is considered the nation's most effective student-led bullying prevention program. The class of 2021 seniors chosen to be ambassadors were Juliana, Misael, Amanda, Dana, Libby, Andrew, and Annie. Mrs. Cruz noted Andrew Powell came to Sultana partway through his junior year, but has made such an impression. He has been a pillar of good character, combining his natural interpersonal skills and using the SSA strategies. He surely is a rising star. Great job, Andrew. Our Air Force Junior ROTC cadets are given a rigorous program that prepares them to be leaders in whatever fields they choose. One leader was Cadet Brandon Russell, who was the commander of his unit this year. Brandon was one of only 100 students in the entire nation to receive the coveted J100 Character and Leadership Award. He will have his full way paid through college and will be a second lieutenant in the Air Force upon completion. Great job, Brandon. Brandon and Vice Commander Ethan Blocker, Joseph Shaw, Edwin Rodriguez, Jeanette Sobeda, Ezekiel Reyes, Jacob Kingman, Eric Sanchez, and Hunter Hill were all part of an ROTC team that earned the Distinguished Unit with Merit Award. The award was earned due to their exceptional performance. The director commended our cadets for over 1,000 hours of community service. Breaking news. Our baseball teams are MRL champions! Yesterday, our team beat Hesperia 5-3 to clinch their share of the championship. What do you mean share? Oak Hills lost today. They are absolute champions. Clay and Jimmy and Finn and Don and Isaiah, Nate, Jacob, Will, and Josh are so exciting to watch. Finn was incredible. All league, all area. The scouts were amazed at his pitching. What a joy it was to see him sign to play ball at UCI. He was also the winning pitcher yesterday. Clay was one of the scrappiest ball players every time he stepped on the diamond. Solid fielding, usually hitting the ball in the gap to bring him a few runs. Jimmy hitting from the left side, ripping shots all over the field to help his team achieve so many victories. He scored the winning run just 3 days ago in a 1-0 shutout over Hesperia. Dom, always talking, always getting injured, but he was the absolute lifeblood of our team, offering encouragement and support to his pitchers and the rest of his teammates, along with timely hitting, including the double that brought Jimmy home to ensure the victory Monday. Dom, Josh and Zay stepping to the plate, stepping to pitch when called upon to get a big win or eat up some innings, both consistent under pressure. Zay pitched a complete game 2-hit shutout to beat the Scorpions on Monday. Josh got a big double yesterday to get 2 RBIs and help us win that 5-3. Nate, Jacob, and Will always providing help to our team in whatever way they could, leading on the field and off it. Thanks, guys, for offering our school so much, for being gracious in winning and classy even when you rarely lost. CIF, here we come. Boys soccer led by seniors Omar, Gabe, David, and Misael and Adrian made the CIF playoffs 3 years in a row and were league runner-ups twice. David and Gabe were all MRL, and Omar was selected 3 times. An incredible stretch of winning soccer. Wrestling was led by seniors Ethan, Hunter, Jordan, Connor, David, Nate, Cody, Dom, Brianna, and Nathan. Our wrestling team continued to be the best one in 2 league championships, 2 CIF titles. Amazing job last year when we won both. Ethan was one of the greatest wrestlers in Sultana history, a CIF champion, 4-time MRL champion. Nick Harrion and David Franco were MRL and CIF champions. David, as a freshman, had to step in and wrestle for our starter and pin the wrestler from Hesperia, which led to our narrow win and helped ensure our championship. This spring, Nate played 2 sports at once. I'll never forget his hitting a 2 RBI single on Thursday night in his baseball game, and then the following day, the next afternoon, he had a pin and a win against Apple Valley in wrestling. Both teams needed him, and he was there to support and excel. That type of attitude is what separates our wrestlers from everyone else, but it starts at the top. Coach Rocky Humphrey, who won 11 league titles, 11 CIF titles, trained dozens of state qualifiers and state placements,
yeah, they signed all this
more
stuff
Division I athletes than any program during his tenure. Class, dignity, sportsmanship, a winner. Thank you, Coach. We appreciate you.
And Mom and Dad are in the center. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're with all the valedictorians, like right in front of where Alex.
Alejandra, Maya, Amy, Amelia,
they're on the side of there.
A lot of A's there. Led us through a very difficult time. Cheer is always underappreciated because its role is to put attention onto other people, the athletes, to raise their spirits and to help get the crowd pumped up. What a wonderful example of other-oriented people. Boys basketball led by seniors Arthur, Devin, Seth, Jeremiah, Sergio, Manuel, Johnny, and Sean had big wins over the course of their career. It'll always be a pleasure to remember the fast-paced action and the big wins their sophomore and junior year against Oak Hills. Arthur Cuevas was all lead the last 2 years. What a beautiful shot he has. I won't forget watching him this year hit 15 threes in a row while practicing before a game on a sprained ankle. Your basketball prowess is something to be proud of, Arthur, but your character and team-first attitude will always put you at the front of the pack. Arthur Cuevas, great job. The ladies Celtics basketball team was led by senior Star Lopez and Bella Hodson. Star was a 4-year varsity leveler who was part of the CIF playoff run that went all the way to the semifinals her freshman year. She led the team this year as a captain. Bella transferred in her junior year and persevered through distance learning and continued to play and lead her young teammates, maintaining a job while she played. Cross-country seniors Austin, Brandon, Jordan, and Hannah brought hope back as they were the first sport to be played again. Austin will run in college on a scholarship. Hannah finished all league in cross-country leading our young team. Brandon and Jordan gave their very best every time. In football, the class of 2021 won 2 key game victories and 3 homecoming victories, led by senior all-league players Tayshawn Cleveland, Thorin Sherp, and Cody Hill. Cody came oh so close to breaking the school record for the longest field goal. Tayshawn was amazing, slicing through the line for games, and Thorin showed tremendous solid play each game. All amazing students on and off the field. They were joined by seniors John, Aiden, Ezra, Dion, Zach, Cannon, Andrew, Caleb Ellis, James, Jason, Sebastian, Jacob, Valentin, and Caleb Rice to represent our school well and play extremely hard. Many of our seniors played both ways. How weird was it to play football in March and April? Golf was led by Josh McWilliams, who made it to the MRL final of 16. Viviana and Gavin were on the team too. Track seniors led the program but probably missed out on a league title last year because of the pandemic. But Hannah Lyon was a 4-year MRL qualifier, a 3-year CIF runner, and she won the 800 her sophomore year. Her coach said she's the hardest runner he has ever known. A perfect example of a student athlete. A lot of pressure comes from high expectations, but she met the challenge, being all league in both cross country and track. Jordan DeHari's coach felt he represented the athlete while still being a valedictorian. John did hard in track and in the shot put for MRL. He always gave tremendous effort, showed his talent, and demonstrated a positive attitude with great sportsmanship. Kyla Pele has been a 3-time MRL varsity qualifier for 3 years. She was tenacious and was so pleasant and supportive of her teammates. Caleb Ellis has grown tremendously as a person and an athlete who put forth his own tremendous talent as a 4-year varsity hurdle runner and a 3-year MRL qualifier. Seeing his comeback win at the last track meet is certainly a highlight of the season. Star Lopez excelled as a 4-year varsity hurdler, qualifying for MRL 3 times and CIF once. In volleyball, seniors Peyton Swift, Savannah Bird, Courtney Gillum, Jaleesa Gutierrez, Sierra Lewis, Callie Daggy, and Marissa House led our volleyball team to victory over the Scorpions this year, and last year we won our first league title since 2004. And then they went on to CIF quarterfinals for the first time ever. Savannah was league MVP and Daily Press Athlete of the Year, one of the best in history. The bump set spike routine was so exciting to watch. Jaleesa and Sierra feeding Peyton for the perfect set to either Courtney or Savannah, and then boom, the ball is spiked and smashed to the ground. Another point for Sultana. Callie and Marissa provided the support that a great team needs to be successful. They are the most talented team in our school history, quality people who demonstrated great sportsmanship, class, and grace. Softball was led by Addie, Zeta, Camille, Sammy, Kaden, Kelsey. Yesterday was a great senior day as they won 10-3 against Hesperia. They are on to the CIF playoffs where we know they're going to do great. When they were sophomores, they completed an undefeated league season and made it all the way to the CIF semifinals for the first time in school history. Addie loved turning on a pitch, driving it over the fence. Yesterday, she had a 3-run shot just like that, probably 200 feet. Camille hit 2 no doubt about it homers in one game and had another 200-foot shot yesterday. Kaden and Kelsey turned almost any contact into a hit with their amazing speed and determination. Sammy called a great game behind the plate, getting those timely RBIs when we needed it. Zeta striking out 15 players in one game, but always having a great at-bat, including a homer her sophomore year in the quarterfinals. And did anyone say 2 complete games of straight victories? And Chris getting us on the board Monday against Astoria with a triple, and always doing well on both sides of the ball. A great shortstop and leader. Great memories of one of the greatest group of softball players this valley has ever
What do you
seen.
mean?
That's for Uncle Tim.
Altogether, the class of
That's for everybody.
2021 athletics
Troy's not
has
able to
6
be
league
here.
titles,
He
3
wanted to
CIF
be.
titles, and 2 cheer titles.
Jacob.
Congratulations
I
to our
tried to call
athletic
them.
awardees.
They're on deployment.
Addie
so.
and Ethan Ageniga, Savannah Bird, Finn Wall, Hannah
got
Lyon, and
18
Lauren
minutes
Scher.
is
Each
my
of you are a
story.
tribute to the characteristics we hold dear as Sultans. Now let's move over to
man.
the inside of the school. In culinary, our very own Sultan
The,
Pepper Cafe was created
The
this year
singing
with our
was so
seniors being
good.
the lead.
National anthem.
Seniors Elisa,
It was
Victor,
like an
Alexis,
ensemble.
Araya, and
They did this whole
Pablo
thing. It was
completed
beautiful.
culinary and served as trailblazers for future
Absolutely
students.
gorgeous.
Alexis Munson was
I
chosen
was
as the
crying.
Culinary Honor Student of the Year. Our FCCLA officers, President Matthew Mendez, Vice President J.D. Rodriguez, and Secretary Lynette Martinez earned first
That's
place
for
in
you
their
too.
contest with
You
a
missed
theme
some of it.
focused
You
on
wanna
children.
watch some?
They, along with Officer Amy Lopez, gave countless community service hours to the Hesperia Library. Each of these young people are valedictorians going off to great colleges. Qualified to advance to the state finals again. In automotive, Ryan Vessels took the bronze in the service technician category. Ezekiel Reyes also competed in the state finals and earned the Sultana Automotive Department Honors of the Year. Our construction tech team of Gavin, Austin, and Jacob placed at the Skills USA Regionals and advanced to state, where they won the state award for Merit of Excellence and won the state title for craftsmanship out of 200 students. Number 1. Austin was awarded the CTE Construction Tech Student of the Year. Jacob won a $1,000 construction scholarship, and Gavin was CTE Student of the Year. Haley Ray is a 4-year student who was a 2020 ICANN Film Festival finalist, completer of the video pathway with a double concentration in animation and cinematography. She receives her honors tool today, remembered for dedication to achievement in the video program and video film. First gold rating at the annual choir festival when they were freshmen. According to Mrs. Williams, Daisy Collin is a 4-year choir member who has really been a shining star. She was our choir president and she receives our honors stool today. Daisy was in the Cornettes, which were 3rd at the Rising Star competition. Daisy and Belen Fuentes graduated with music department honors. Congratulations. Emma Daly is aspiring to teach choir and wants to pursue a career in the music industry. We saw her amazing talent last week when she sang the national anthem at the basketball game. The entire gym gave her an ovation. Band and color guard. This year's seniors finished 3rd in the district championships last year and won the silver medal in the state championship with the highest score in school history. Seniors Gabby Alvarado and Jordan Atwood led the color guard. Emily Aragon was the saxophone section leader. And Alex Smith was the percussion section, while seniors Lily Lynn Bennett, Amanda Dundon, Kevin Ewing, Christopher Reyes, Mia Campbell, Hannah Crandall, Cody Gaskell, Eric Juarez, Holly
And if you want to
Lovers,
give
Nathaniel
Tina
Papp,
a
and
lay,
Joseph Salcido
I've got a
were
couple
4-year
here.
members
So you
of
can
our
give
great
them. Thank
award-winning
you.
program.
Yeah, it's got a couple. I made a
Gabby
bunch of candy ones,
placed first
like
overall in the
huge
Grand
candy
Championship
candy.
Finals, earning 2 gold medals.
Because I made it a side business.
Won first place this year on
So,
Sabre
like,
in her virtual
I'm
solo
gonna make like
competition in the
400
high
bucks
school
just doing
division
that.
for all of
Sweet.
Southern
I was
California.
like, oh my
She
god.
also performed
The
at
one
the
guy wanted
International
it.
World
Alba.
Championships.
Justin
Gabby,
Alba,
Jordan,
Adrian
and Lily
Alba. You
have been
remember
members
that?
of our undefeated
So-
fall color
so
guard team
Adrian,
for
the
all
one
4
that
years,
was,
winning
like,
every
little
time they
kids
perform.
graduating,
A
right?
tradition
Like,
since
promoting.
2014.
And then Dustin's getting married. And he was like, dude,
Alex
can
and
you
Chris
do
earned
this?
silver
Yeah,
medals in winter drum line and helped Sultana make the drum
And
line
they were like,
finals the
can you
6th
do
and
them
7th
fake?
consecutive
Like,
times.
yeah.
And finally,
And he's
Alex
like,
and
okay, and I
Amanda,
just
Chris,
broke down the
Emily,
prices,
Kevin, and
and it's
Mariah
coming out
were
like
all part of the
400
band
bucks.
performance last year
And he's like,
and earned
well,
the first
what to do
superior
for
rating in
families?
over
And
a
I'm like,
decade.
I hear you. I made like
Congratulations to
$1,000
Emily,
check
Jordan,
for mom
and
and dad.
Alex. for completing the band pathway.
That's good. You saw it? Yeah. Yeah, it was $1,000. It was
The
over
drama program
$1,000.
was led by seniors Haley Ray,
Because I had
Lyon,
wood is so
Giovanni
expensive
Maldonado,
now.
and Jesse
Yeah,
Flores.
actually, the price of wood's gone up.
Jesse's an amazing young man.
Yeah, I know.
Tragedy dealt
Because
him and his
making that
family a
foundation,
tremendous blow this year. He
it's
had
like,
to move quite a
it's
bit
just
over his
$100
4-year
to do
career, yet he has been involved in theater at every step.
$8 per
Being a
pallet,
solid student, showing
and then
tremendous
the
acting
shed
talent,
itself was like
demonstrating a great work
$997.
ethic. He played
And
a
then
key part
building
in
it
this
took
year's
like
puppet show.
4 days, and I had to take a day off work.
In our Span Health Academy, 55 of you are displaying
Okay,
the Span
I could
Health
do it.
Academy
It's possible.
School.
It was good.
Congratulations to you. Despite the fact that school started in April, 25 students still persevered to get their CPR cards. 3 students, Valerie Bridgewater, Savannah Bird, and Kaylee Pullen, volunteered at local hospitals despite the pandemic. Many of our 55 students who received their stole will pursue college and careers in the healthcare industry. Avid seniors are going to great schools and are receiving thousands of dollars in scholarships. Many are first generation to ever go with their family to college. Christian Caspery was chosen as the 12th grade region winner of the RIMS write-off with a fabulous essay.
Hey, and I got
In the
a
words
ticket
of the
for
Abbott
Hawaii.
County supervisor, the students'
I just bought it
essays
today.
chosen are the best of the best, and Christian
$300.
was the best of the best.
You can get
What
it for
great
$300.
achievement for you.
That is
Christian.
unheard
Thank
of.
you. In
Never.
fact, the class of 2021, you have had amazing achievements in the classroom and outside.
Hey, there's Dad. They're
Now,
going to
class
go
of
up and give them
2021, let's
the
commit ourselves to being the phoenixes that rise from the ashes
There you
to
go.
change this world for the better. Be
Valedictorian
influencers for good.
line up.
Build in others the capacity for doing great things. Research shows
Oh,
that
man,
people need
the sun
to
is
receive
right
6
there.
to 10 positive comments for every negative one. Let's commit ourselves to being positive.
There they are.
Max Lucado shares a story about a 7-year-old young man named Tim. His parents divorced and his family struggled in poverty despite his mother working 16-hour days. When he was old enough, Tim took a job as a theater so he could help his family expenses. At his lunchtime, he'd head across the street and get fries and a drink in a local restaurant owned by Leo and Ellis. After a few of these trips, Leo asked Tim why he wasn't eating. Tim was honest, he couldn't afford it. Soon Leo was taking sandwiches across the street to Tim during lunch. They struck up a friendship, and soon the friendship became a mentorship. Leo helped Tim bring up his F's to A's and changed his life perspective. Finally, Tim felt that his life was turning around. And then tragically, suddenly Leo died. As he paid his respect to Leo at the graveside, Tim decided to continue to follow his legacy and implement the lessons he taught.
There's Tina.
He chose right then to change
He's
his
at the-
mission to the
he's
state.
walking.
He pledged to have a positive effect on 1 billion people.
There's
Pretty
Tina.
lofty goal for a 17-year-old, but he felt he owed it to his mentor. Today he is well on his way to his goal in part because he is a U.S. Senator and was elected in 2013. The difference of one person in his life, a young man living in poverty, failing his classes, moving through life with little direction, and a mentor turned his life around. The rest of his life will be done to pay the support that he will receive from Leo Moniz, who will not be forgotten. Be like these two amazing people, or look closer to home and be like our retiring teachers and support staff who gave a combined 200 years of service to our district. They definitely paid it forward. For almost 14 years, Mr. Adkins has been a constant support to our students in English and special ed. Mr. Ziesmer has been offering his students everything he has for 30 years. By blowing up plastic bottles and testing racing cars down the fire lane, he's made chemistry and physics fun. Ms. Zeitz has served our district as a special ed teacher and an academic coach, using her patient instructional delivery and wry sense of humor to support her students. Mr. Hargis taught history for 31 years, creatively bringing his students Renaissance fairs and reenactments of famous battles. Ms. Burke helped our students receive scholarship and support for college more than any person in our school's history. For 17 years, Mrs. Griffith has been a rock in the counseling department, making sure students have the support they needed. Mrs. Carlson has been teaching students at the elementary, middle, and high school levels for 35 years. She's applied the best teaching practices to whatever subject she has taught. We appreciate you, Mrs. Carlson.
He's inside the
Mrs.
program
Mann, for
too.
20 years, did everything
He's got
she
his own
could at the
section.
campuses
He's the last one. He's
to
got
keep
an
our
entire
students
page
safe.
just him.
And finally, Mr. Bates
So
served
cool.
our school for 16 years as a custodian. Though you may not have seen him much, he was always focused on making our school the safest and cleanest it could be, especially during the pandemic. You don't have to look for people very
At
far.
the very
People
front,
who have had an
at
impact
the very
on you.
beginning.
Look around
So
you.
valedictorians,
Pay it forward.
and he's the
Today
last
we are in a
with the
place where
full
we can be
page.
like the phoenix
So
and rise
cool
out of the
with
ashes
the.
of this terrible, devastating period we've endured. It is up to us to take the first step. Sultans, rise like a phoenix by doing your best.
There, see, isn't that cool? That's so
like a phoenix to
awesome.
make
He's
your
got his
life's
own
mission to help
page
others.
with the
Rise like a phoenix to
Sultana's
give
logo.
positive
Too
encouragement
awesome.
and abundance. Rise like a phoenix and focus on giving of yourself instead of expecting others to do things for you. Rise like a phoenix and change this world into a better one than that you found.
Oh, it's
Sultans
20
soar
bucks.
out of the ashes of a once-in-a-century event to be life changers. I believe you'll do it. Today is our new beginning.
Put it in one of his
Congratulations,
cards.
class of 2021. You are on your way.
I'll put it in there in a second.
Oh, okay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Assistant Principal, Jerry Coffer, with the presentation of our 2021 valedictorians. Mr. Coffer.
Good evening, parents, families, guests, and most importantly, the Sultana class of 2021. I'm Jerry Coffer, the Assistant Principal of Sultana, and I'm honored to be here this evening with the privilege
She's
of
walking up
introducing
there.
13 of the best young scholars graduating from Sultana High School. This is now my 10th graduation at Sultana, and although I've noted how unique previous graduating classes have been over that period, the class of 2021 will forever have a special place in my memories, partly because of the uncertainty surrounding the likelihood of us being able to celebrate your accomplishments in a ceremony like this.
I don't know.
I'm overjoyed that we're all here, and my last graduation with Sultana will be celebrated together with each of you tonight. Before you tonight are the very best academic students from your class. Before I introduce them, I think it's important that we acknowledge what has been required of them to earn the honor of valedictorian in this very
Jocelyn,
unified
take
school
off your
district.
mask. What are you
These
doing?
13 scholars waiting for me to stop talking about other
It's a
things and
photo.
start talking about them with their bios have gone above and beyond minimum graduation requirements to reach this academic pinnacle. Each of these scholars has earned at least the required minimum of 194 val points over their 4 years of high school. To amass the 194 plus points, these students earned straight A's in 22 courses over both semesters, and at least 9 of those 22 courses were in either college classes or an advanced placement. Earning valedictorian honors is a difficult accomplishment for any student, and these 13 have reached that milestone. I'm positive that their families and loved ones are tremendously proud of their scholars and excited to celebrate their hard work with tonight's special recognition and participation in the awarding of valedictorian medallions. Congratulations to you and your families. So with no further ado, I begin the introduction